Hi guys, this video is instructions for assembling the large iris card. If you want to cut out the parts yourself, I made the design files available at Thingiverse. There should be a link in the video description. I'm also selling kits for this version. It comes with peel and stick adhesive applied where it needs to be, and all the parts already cut out for you. The first thing we need to do is pop out all the extra parts. So these are all just trash that needs to be popped out of the cards. If you end up with any rough edges anywhere, you can use a sharp blade to sort of clean them up. And this part's just trash. All these smaller parts are trash too. The next thing we want to do is pre-fold the tabs. In these leaves, you can see there's 2 tabs in each of them. And what we want to do is fold between the ends of the cuts. And it doesn't naturally fold that way, so it takes a little coaxing. This is done to make the card easier to assemble once we have everything in place, so we're not wrestling with the fold. And we also want to pre-fold these tabs. Make sure this notch is kind of in the upper right, and then we'll use this behind it just to make sure the folds are straight and in the right shape. We just folded it behind there like so, and we can take those apart now. Set this to the side. The next thing we need to do is put all these leaves into this back part. You can kind of just angle these tabs into the slot and rotate it, and make sure it slides all the way to the top of that slot, and then that the curve goes around the outside of the circle. Do that for each of them. And then we need to put this middle part on. What we do here is start out with where it would be when it's closed, which means this would line up here, and then rotate it clockwise until it lines up with all those tabs, and then we can fold them over again. They may need some adjusting. We just want to kind of get them centered on those holes. And this next part may be kind of hard to see, but what we're trying to do is fold these tabs between the middle part and the leaf. This It's fairly easy to do, but we just need to get this in the right position. The position we want is, well, sometimes you have to adjust these tabs as you're putting it on to make sure they all go down right. The position we want is this tab to be lined up over in that corner, and with it like that, it should be fairly easy to lift up that middle piece and put the tabs in between there. Then we can rotate this top piece back square with that bottom one, and we can go around and check, make sure nothing's sticking out of any of these slots or any of these angled slots. You know, you're supposed to have the tabs in these slots, but then we also want to make sure that all the tabs on the leaves are still folded over, because the card will not work right if they're not. And then we want to be very careful to line up all the edges of the card, because this peel and stick adhesive is not repositionable or adjustable. Once it's stuck down, it's pretty much stuck for good. And once we feel it's in the right position, hold down one side firmly, lift up on the edge, and start peeling back one piece of the tape, and we can go ahead and stick one side down. Then we want to get this middle piece next, the smaller piece that runs along the bottom. And lastly, the last piece. And after you get all three sides stuck down, it should be ready to go. If you have a photo, you simply put it in the tab, in the slots, one corner at a time. And it should be good to go. Thanks for watching. You can find my other cards and more information at cardnetics.com.